This is the final log of Captain Alistair Astaire of the hovercraft Gabriel. Our ship has crashed. The Sentinels aren't going to find us. We cannot access the Matrix. We cannot access our operator. Has found a signal. Old signal. Surviving me sickens me. The Matrix will be our lifeboat. One remember. Will I remember? Don't take too long to find us.
Hey everyone, welcome out to Terrible Warriors. I am your GM for today, Steve Saylor, and this is The Matrix. We're diving back in. It's the third adventure with this Athens crew. What I may be calling the Silver Bullet Chronicles. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, so I have my crew of players today, starting with
Julian doing the Cabbage Patch Spillane.
Okay. Don't know what that means, but whatever.
Orie Falconer doing reverse Cabbage Patch.
A bold move.
I see. Okay. And
Cassie, shoot. I'm just sitting down.
all right, fair enough. Okay, good to know. Okay. So where we last left off from the previous episodes, the crew finds out that Alistair is dead, quote unquote. They go to his apartment. They find some information that leads them to the hovership Gabriel. Was a long lost hovership that is known as legend only as a sacrifice to save some of the other ships who were trying to be able to attack the Machine City. And the crew actually investigates the Gabriel. They are able to make their way out there. It's close to 01, which is the Machine City, and they find a control room with 4 decaying dead bodies. But there is one body that is attached and still jacked into the Matrix that is being kept alive by the machines themselves. And the crew recognizes this person as Alistair Astaire.
And we're all staring.
So we jump back in. So you guys, it takes you a second, but you recognize Alistair. What do you do?
Well, so he was a human?
Yeah, so we only knew him as a program or like an exile, but there is clearly what appears to be Alistair right in front of us in the real world as a human with a body who's still alive, apparently.
Although barely by the looks of it.
Yeah. What does this even, like, the ramifications of this?
If we pull him out, he'll probably die.
Yep.
If you look at the display screens, why don't you guys roll a perception check for me? Actually, you know what? Julian, I'm going to have you roll specifically your technical, your computer operations skill.
Sure. More dice. Thank you.
Yeah, because you've studied how this whole system works.
Okay.
Just while he's rolling that, just double checking, like, Alistair's not like a registered member of the crew that we would have, he's not like someone who we would have, or who Zion would have expected to be on that ship, like, as part of the crew.
If
in their like records or whatever.
In the crew records, there is no one listed with the name Alistair Astaire.
22 is what I rolled with my computer operation.
22. Okay, so you would know just by looking at the monitors that you can see the code to the Matrix, but it's different. It's a bit, there's like the way it kind of flows, it just sort of, it's not the same current version of the Matrix. It's a little bit less dense, and you're able to see a little bit more detail. And because you recognize a lot of like the different sort of algorithms that kind of float down, you notice that some of them are a bit outdated. Like it's just like, oh, what normally would look like a tree that you've seen, like what a tree looks like in the Matrix code, but this one like looks different and a bit older, and it's just like it doesn't look right.
Cool.
But you see that whomever is jacked into the CPU at the moment is in the Matrix, is in there somewhere. But it's an air, like if you're able to sort of set up a connection to the Athens, Ares can take a look at it as well. So why don't you roll another? I guess it would be
Probably computer operation.
Yeah, computer operation. Yeah, let's do that again.
Okay, 19, 20, 21.
21. Okay. So with the equipment that you have, you're able to like use your communication device to kind of also tap into like kind of have a wireless connection to the Athens. It's a bit outdated, but you can like Ares is able to see sort of what you see, and he does a bit of sort of a searching, and he notices that it's definitely a different version of the Matrix. It's still the Matrix, but it's a completely separate. It's not connected to the main network. It's not connected to like normally he would be able to see sort of the different resuscitated humans kind of around in the Matrix, but he doesn't see really anybody, if anyone at all, in the version that whoever, I guess, Alistair is connected to.
And yeah, I also tell Ares that we found a living human who looks. This is the spitting image of Alistair Stair.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He's alive. Looks to be over like 100 or something. He's ancient, and he's connected into this Matrix, alternate Matrix.
I thought he was a program. He was been a program the whole time.
That's what we thought too.
I didn't see it, Alistair, in the crew manifest. How the heck is he there?
That's what we're gonna find out.
Okay, so he does a bit of searching, and he can see where supposedly this Alistair is. But you like it can pinpoint where he is in this version of the Matrix. And he's heard of this possibility that there have been multiple versions of the Matrix, but he never known that to be like he never seen any evidence that backed that up. And he now looking at this like Ares fully believes that this is a different, older version of the Matrix, and he thinks that like whoever's jacked in, if it's Alistair, he's in that version of the Matrix.
Well, then I think our only the only thing we can do here be to jack in to this alternate version.
You can tell just based off of what you're looking at the systems that even if you try to use the chairs that are there, it really like there's only enough power that's just able to run the one chair with Alistair still in it. There is a I'm trying to be able to say this without game and within game as well. There is a legend of someone within the current version of the Matrix that might be able to help get you into the other version. If you know your Matrix sort of lore of all of the movies, you probably might be able to figure that out. Orie?
I'm gonna make a random guess here, and feel free to tell me how dumb I am and wrong, but would it be some sort of maker of keys?
You were right on the money.
Open doors. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
You know of the key maker essentially. He can get like if anyone can get you into that version, he can.
Is he currently in the captivity of the Merovingian? Do we even know that?
Ares does a quick search.
Or I guess we should be asking Ares like, where is this key maker man?
Yeah.
You can tell, or just You won't be able to know until you jack into the Matrix to find out. You can probably like use like Streetwise to be able to kind of like figure out if anyone had seen him or if he like. I mean, yes, out of game, we know that he's been captured by the Merovingian in the second movie, so this would determine whether he has been captured at this point or whether he is still free. Ares basically says, like, calls you guys back. You guys make it back to the Athens, no problem. He's able to kind of very quickly turn back on the Athens and kind of fly away without any incidents.
Actually, one second. Did we see any evidence of a nuclear weapon on board the Gabriel?
You did, but it is like it's so like the radioisotopes are so inert that it's not even usable. Yeah.
Okay.
It's old.
It's been a complete waste.
This ship is so old.
Found Alistair, I guess, but
yeah. So he finds a safe spot. It's a different sort of broadcast depth than he's used to normally. You guys have been in the North, like basically North America, kind of jumping from broadcast spot to broadcast spot, but this time you're in Europe, and you kind of find a connection to the Matrix from there, and he actually jacks you guys back in, and so now you have all your abilities back. He actually jacks you back into the same hard line that was close to Alistair's apartment. The cops are gone. It's been maybe about like a day or two. Like it basically took you several days to be able to kind of get to like from the Gabriel to the back again, but it's been about like maybe a day, like 24 hours since Alistair was declared missing, and his tirade on broadcast. So who has Streetwise?
It's written here, but there's no additional bonus.
So no additional bonus?
Your base, then.
It would be just your base.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay, cool. I want you to roll that, please.
Not great. 8.
8?
Yep.
Okay, so you know, just with your interaction with Alistair, that there is a few people, like a few of his contacts that you've been in contact with that basically has been helping you guys out, just kind of hiding you for the past 6 months that you've been in, jacked into the Matrix. So you're able to find one of them, and you're able to kind of shake them down to the point where, actually, you know what? Who has intimidation?
Oh, I definitely do.
Okay, roll intimidation.
I do as well.
You can roll it too if you like.
I'll let you handle it.
I mean, 2 scary dudes is better than 1 scary dude.
You know what?
16.
16? And Orie?
All right, let's.
We're like an intimidating version of the Mario Brothers.
Hey, plumbing's a game, all right. But not like the others.
Get all the fame.
Okay.
That's decent.
Yeah. It's 14.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, you find one of their Alistair's contacts, and you kind of like you find him in an alley. Julian, you slam him up against a wall, and you shake him down, and Alistair, feel free to ask whatever you guys wish, and you can kind of tag team it. I don't know. It's up to you.
Well, yeah. So
Who are you? Where are you going?
I was gonna ask you, like, first of all, like, what happened to Alistair? What do you know?
I don't fucking know. I haven't heard anything from Alistair in weeks. Look, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I ratted you out to the machines and you had to leave. I'll take that to my grave. Hopefully not right now, but I will take that to my. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna break his right thumb.
What'd you do that for?
Break his right thumb.
Son of a bitch!
Oh man, you gotta drink
Maybe
more
that'll
milk.
make you talk.
I don't know where Alistair is, man. I swear, I haven't seen or heard of him. I thought he was dead. I saw the broadcast as you guys did. I don't know.
Then where can we find the Keymaker?
Keymaker? What do you want to get a hold of him for?
Get a key
Doesn't matter.
We
Yeah.
have our reasons.
Yeah.
You break another one of his thumbs.
As if we're gonna
Yeah.
tell you.
And he's like, guy, fine. Oh, the Merovingian's got him. He's up in like the mountains somewhere. He's in his compound. That's all I know. I swear. I don't know.
Ugh, Merovingian, I hate that guy.
What do you guys want to do?
I mean, we can just let him go.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Maybe
drop
break
him.
break his third thumb on the way.
That's like what his big toe. So he falls to the ground and he kind of stumbles away out of the alley. And as you guys kind of like, I imagine like you guys are walking out of the alley, kind of like just dusting yourself off.
Yeah.
Kind of like fixing hair, that kind of thing, and just like, as if nothing had happened. And you know that where the Merovingian's like compound is like in the mountains. It's like a big giant house. And Ares was actually using some of his contacts with some of the hover ships who have had to have dealings with the Merovingian. There was another team or another ship that was able to kind of using working on a mission for them, was able to find blueprints of the house. So you guys and they transferred it over to you guys, so you know where the ins and outs and where he could possibly be, and that he would be like in the basement kind of dungeon area.
A good old snatch and grab.
Yeah. So he can Ares can actually get you kind of very close to the compound under the cover of night, so it's not too. So guys can stealth in if you need to. So essentially, is there anything you guys want to grab weapon-wise or anything like that to kind of get you into?
Yeah, if this is a sneaking mission, we should get some silenced weapons.
Sure.
So some silenced pistols, probably.
Let me see if there actually is any stats for
Probably
that.
just be a regular pistol, and then with a durability on the silencer, like number of shots it can survive.
Probably.
So it'd be procure on site.
Yeah.
Bring no weapons or equipment.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing specific for a silencer, so
naked radix.
so yeah, you'll be able to use your firearms without anyone hearing any noise or seeing it. It'll just act like you're shooting a weapon.
Oh,
but
awesome. Okay.
No one will notice.
I will also need an eye patch, and
It has to specifically be over the left eye.
yeah, I think I've got most of what I would need. Maybe some smoke grenades and or flashbangs, I think, would probably be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just see if there's actually any stats for a smoke grenade. Just a sec. There's nothing specific.
Presumably, it wouldn't do any damage. The whole point of it is just to throw out and fill a room.
Yeah. There's a Molotov cocktail.
I'm pretty good with the equipment that I have,
Yeah.
just like as my standard Matrix avatar stuff. But
Right.
yeah, definitely whatever you can grab that's gonna give us a situational
Yeah,
advantage.
I'm just loading up on. I've got regular grenades that I normally have, and I've got full now flashbangs and smoke grenades that should help us. Just this bandolier full of grenades. I'm like Rolento.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much good with what I've got.
Okay. No one wants to take like any melee weapons at all?
Can I get a fire sword?
I can get you a sword, but not a fire sword.
Oh.
No, my melee weapons
So
are
much
my
for
fists.
this land of imagination that is the Matrix, where everything's made up and the guns don't matter.
You can get as many weapons as you like, but a fire sword is a little bit.
You telling me if I said like I need swords and like a million swords whiz past my face in a white room
Yep.
for infinity, none of them are going to be on fire.
None of them
They haven't
are gonna
programmed
be
that
on
in yet.
fire.
Not
Patch V2.
Yeah.
It has to have some sort of reality in the Matrix, and there's no
in the
fire
patch
sword.
notes.
I mean, you could do the same thing as you did before, basically just douse it in kerosene and just light it every time.
Wrong. Nah. I'll just stick with my bazooka.
Oh.
My
Aw,
cell phone.
poor
And
baby.
my 7 grenades.
Poor
And all
baby.
sorts of other stuff that's written here.
Okay.
I've got a knife. I'm good.
He's got a knife.
Okay. So, you guys, Ares is able to kind of get you to the, not necessarily near the base of the mountain. It took a bit of kind of like hopping from like network to network, and obviously there's no hard lines around the home, but
Chalet.
they're around the chalet, but there's like enough of like electricity and wired connections that they're able to he's able to have you appear by like the largest source of electricity, which is like a power generator that's near the bottom of the mountain. I could be making that up, but I don't give a shit. I'm the GM. So basically, you guys can climb up. Just based on it, like there's a few sort of like caverns that are tunnel its way underneath the home. So it will take you guys a bit to climb, but I want you all to roll a dexterity check, obviously to make sure that you guys don't fall down the cliff.
10.
Because I am just not.
Shit. Sorry.
I am just not roll good these days. This current time. Was a
16 for me.
16? Okay.
Yeah, me too.
And Julian, sorry, what was yours?
I said I got 10.
10. Okay. So you, it takes you a little bit. Like Orie and Cassie, you can climb up pretty okay. I mean, you don't have like you're not like mountain climbers, but you've climbed enough like sort of
Look, we've gone up a few fire escapes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know
Exactly.
how to climb a mountain.
I do
Yeah.
actually have climbing as a skill. It's just in my strength, and my strength isn't as strong.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair. And then Julian, just kind of you stumble a little bit, but you're able to like you're a bit behind, but you're able to kind of make it to this large cavern that you climb up into, and it's pretty dark down the tunnel. But you can hear noises off in the distance. It's just mostly just because this cavern is very like large and like it just echoes. Any small sound can echo across like massive caverns. So I want you all to roll a perception check as well.
I am just like I'm not.
Five. Now we'll never find out who the dish ran away with.
Spoon bark.
Of course.
Number 7. I got 16.
16. Okay.
God damn it! I love that.
14.
14. Okay. You guys can. I'll just say you guys brought flashlights because that's part of like any kit, like, and you're able to, or like you can use your cell phone as sort of light too, and you're able to see where kind of like where it tunnels into, and it kind of the tunnel kind of goes inclines up, and it takes like a bit, but you're able to kind of like wind your way through. It's a bit of a maze of tunnels, but you finally. You getting closer, you can actually hear a power generator close to it. So you, as you kind of turn one corner, you can down the tunnel. There is you can hear the sounds of like a portable generator and a few like maybe about like 2 sort of guards that are kind of like that are protecting that generator.
Bunch of filthy exiles.
So what would you guys like to do?
Well, obviously, we want to sneak up and incapacitate these people.
Okay.
Using
Yeah.
the cover of the sound of the generator, the of the generator.
I have stealth, so.
Yeah.
It's true. You
Yeah.
just stealth them to sleep.
Yeah. So roll stealth.
And I do have guns.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
It's like we're picking our equipment. It's like you can bring whatever you want. I call the Flintstone phone.
Yeah, but I would do.
I like talking to you.
Quote number 8.
I couldn't help it. Sorry.
19 stealth.
You get
19
first
stealth?
pick of
Okay.
Equipment.
All right, perfect. Okay, so Cassie, you kind of you sneak up behind them. They have their backs to you. They don't hear you, so do whatever you want to do.
Rip their pants.
They're not cops.
How armed are they? They're just like standard Merovingian guards.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Yep. They have like they're wearing trench coats. They have sunglasses, but they're not on. They're not wearing sunglasses at night. But they have it like kind of sitting on top of their head.
Mm-hmm.
They have like just basic sort of pistols. Not much you can sort of tell, unless they have anything concealed in their trench coat.
Well,
So-
guess what you gonna do when they come for you?
Okay, so question out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we stand with these people? Is this for people that we would absolutely just kill on sight, or do we try not to?
I mean, their exiled program's working for the Merovingian. He's a bit of a dick. But we
Yeah.
also don't like
Like,
pissing him off.
That's
It's not
true,
like they're for the machines, but they're not exactly for the humans either.
Yeah, like we haven't really had any dealings with the Merovingian, and so like he's also large enough to be like a third pillar in the whole.
Yeah.
Like machines, humans,
Yeah.
programs.
But I mean, you can also tell as well. Like, I mean, if there are exiles down here, they're probably not high on the totem pole as
Sure.
as trusted guards.
I'm just saying, like, as a group, are we deciding to like
Are we going guns blazing?
eschew diplomacy and just gun bullet?
Yeah.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind going gun bullet.
I'm not gonna stop anyone from going gun bullet. I just wanted to like confirm that it's our choice.
I'm just concerned whether or not it might be more wise to not go gun bullet.
At least not right now. Like, let's not alert people to our presence.
Yeah, maybe don't kill them,
Because, like,
but like
the long-term ramifications of the Merovingians' response to us is kind of irrelevant. Right?
Right.
Because we're not playing a long-form campaign. The Merovingian being pissed at us.
let's just full on meta this for a second here. Like the Merovingian can't hurt us in real life because he's not real. So we shouldn't.
Yes, that's very true.
care what
Much
we
like
do.
there are not Pokemon just kind of lying around this room right now.
Shut up. They're real in my heart.
Just make sure you don't shank him.
Yeah.
It's not how you.
I totally would stab a Pidgey.
All the policemen earlier were totally playing Animon Go.
Yeah.
Yes,
Go.
yeah. Oh, that's totally why.
That's
Yeah.
why they didn't see anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think we should be stealthy, but not worry about killing. But that's how I'm going to play my character. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Cassie is there first, so she can decide how she wants, whether she wants to like knock him out or kill him. It's up to you.
All right, let's try this. So, how close are they staying to they?
Oh, you're able to like sneak up right behind them.
Would you say they're standing right next to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
you going
So,
coconuts?
so I
Smashing coconuts?
so I
That
sneak up.
gesture.
So I sneak. Orie just made for the listeners at home. Orie just made a gesture of like, imagine smashing two coconuts together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Bonk.
so I sneak up behind them
Mhm.
and I position my hands right next to either on either side of them, on either side of their heads, and just smack them together.
Hold on. Let's do a contested roll. So
I would love it if
roll roll your sneak again or your stealth again. Sorry.
I would love it if you like overroll this and like your intended like incapacitate just like crushes them like watermelons.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoa, holy shit! Like,
It's covered in blood and
said-
brain.
I said spruce them up a little. Barely alive enough to kill.
I said trim those sideburns.
I said give it to a medium style. Great. Wow.
16, 22,
Let's say this. Are you above a 3?
Yes. In fact, I just got 2 6s on wild die.
Yes, because my thinking was if you slowly move the hands. I'm trying to see if your peripheral vision, if they can see just some sort of hands on their
hands.
Yeah.
I mean, by the time they see them and react to them, I don't think they have enough time to actually do anything.
No,
but...
yeah, no.
They extend your arms a little too long so that
they so
hands going in from their sides
they so don't notice you again that you literally could probably just do and they would not know.
I suggest that you actually do that.
You could literally do it like a Three Stooges Mo, you imbeciles, and just knock them together, and they would they would not know. Okay.
Right.
What's that out of you?
All right. So roll a strength check. Let's just
Okay. My strength's not very high. This is why this is a risk. 2.
Ow.
Okay.
Just boop.
Yeah.
It was more like, and then they kiss.
Can we help
Who are you, small girl?
So you try to knock the 2 heads together, and it's just it hurts, but it's what the fuck? And I will allow you an additional action to use your martial arts skills to just knock them off their feet, to hopefully that they would just knock themselves out.
Oh damn! I do have martial arts. It's fucking an additional 1d on top of my 5d dexterity.
Yeah, actually, and there is a special specific skills to martial arts. Let me just see which what will work in this situation, because I didn't have there's no enough room on your sheet to be able to put them down.
Gotta do an Austin Powers style judo chop.
Judo chop.
Okay,
Slappers
special
only.
moves.
Slappers only.
Okay, sorry. Okay, you can do an instant knockdown. If land successfully, this attack knocks the target to the ground. The target must spend the okay. Yep. So yeah. So roll. So for that, because it's a special ability, it is okay. Sorry, just reading the rules real quick. It's a medium. So okay. And what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 5d.
5d, and then
I've got a 1d in martial arts.
Okay.
Under that, so.
Okay. So I need to do essentially a contested dexterity roll for that.
Am I rolling 6?
Yes, totally. Yeah.
It's not really super great actually, but.
But you're surprising these guards with martial arts. They're probably not the most hand-to-hand combat adept.
Probably not.
Basically, they're right now. They're their heads have been knocked together, but they haven't had a chance to turn around yet to see who it was that hit them. But yes, you can totally, do an instant knockdown. So what'd you roll?
So that's a 16. 16? Yeah.
Oh, you not only knocked describe how you want to do it, but yeah, go ahead. You did it.
So I
You've smashed their heads.
Yeah.
They've kind of turned around, or they're just about to turn around.
Yeah.
And how would you want to sort of knock them down to the ground and knock them out?
Is this just for one of them, right?
No, for both.
For both.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just sit there deciding what to do.
All right.
Just thinking.
All right. Here's what I'll be doing.
Yeah, just do it a second
Until it
time.
works. Stop.
Here's what.
So it's gonna get real ridiculous wrestler bullshit up in here, but I essentially It's like jump right in between them with my arms outstretched and fucking like reverse clothesline them into the ground.
So they basically like they fall forward as you're clotheslining them, like basically like you're kind of like you're riding them down to the ground. Yeah, okay.
Kind
so
of in a sense, yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of you jump and your knees like each knee is like kind of like resting on their backs as you your arms are outstretched and you kind of forcefully like push them down towards the ground, and by your arms basically right up against their necks, it basically like it just knocks their heads and they are completely unconscious, and you're just kind of like now resting on like you're kneeling on top of both bodies. Yeah.
Is that what an RKO is?
Basically.
What?
Is it? I don't know. That was just...
Or is it?
It's like a reverse DDT.
Yeah, I always get that confused with the DDT. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, so you guys are actually that's the only guards you see for a bit, and then you actually walk up
what the hell was that?
Where's the ref?
You walk past the generator and you see a large wooden door that's there, and it's not locked because why would anyone be in a cavern of all places? So you open up the door and you're kind of like in this sort of dungeon area, and so you see like a bunch, like you're down one hallway. There's a bunch of cells, and everyone roll a perception check real quick.
Damn.
Well, that was a critical fail on perception.
11 for me.
I perceive nothing. In fact, I got dumber.
22.
22. Okay, so
watching that unfold just actually removed some intelligence.
So Cassie, you hear like the whirring of like machines. Like basically you recognize it as it's a machine that like would cut keys. And you hear that in the cell that's at the furthest away. But you and Orie see basically there's two guards, one on each end of the hallway. So essentially, if you take down one, the other guard's going to see the other, like from down the hall, the guard, because they're kind of facing each other. So how would you guys like to be able to handle this?
I would like to lob a smoke grenade, like before rounding the corner. Lob one of the smoke grenades in there, so the room starts to fill up, and the guards will be like, "What the hell is that?" And then we can just take them out one at a time.
Sure.
Give it me.
Okay, cool. So there's no. I won't have you guys roll initiative yet.
Yeah. I'm just
so
gonna basically like place the grenade on the ground, pull the pin, and roll it.
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, do I need to roll for that?
Yes.
Okay, so what am I rolling for that then?
Rolling.
Firearms.
Let me look at your sheet real quick.
I've got firearms, but I don't know if it's really.
No, that's included.
Arms, but
Yeah, it's included. So yeah, use your firearms.
Sure.
I mean, I could have you use your con.
Oh, he's like, oh, he gets firearms, and I'm gonna fire sword.
you said that fire was not an attribute that I could just add to anything. He's got firearms.
18.
18?
Yeah, 18 to roll my smoke grenade.
Okay. All right. So you're just rolling it towards the first one, the first guard.
Because I presume the way it works is the door opens up and there's like one guy over here, one guy over here, right? Is that like
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just kind of rolling into the center so that it just disperses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
By the prince. Cosmos, he's
And
rolling it.
I motioned to Sparrow and Skyper to cover their mouths, right? 'Cause it's like,
just like you just go like this and like, yes, eat the smoke.
Yes, eat the smoke.
So these are your smoke grenades, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And then when the smoke starts to fill up a little bit, we just run in and
Okay.
some guns.
So let me just see if they roll a good perception. Yeah, no, they totally don't. Okay, so
Perfect setting exactly for that.
Yeah.
all right. You know what? Like because they'll be at the bottom of the order. Why don't you guys roll initiative?
It's high noon.
Which one's initiative again?
Overwatch quote number
Dex, yeah.
300. What's happening?
God. That's
Cassie,
terrible.
come on. Keep it together.
What the fuck?
15.
Why?
Also, where is
Julian's
my-
15. Okay.
Just Dex.
Oh, is this Dex? Okay.
Yeah.
I heard initiative.
Is there wild dice on deck
I
or
guess
on
that's
initiative or no?
Can you critically fail initiative?
You can. You basically just put you at the
forget
bottom of
to
the
do
order.
anything.
No, you just put you at the bottom of the order, or depending on the GM's discretion, you can you would miss the first round.
10 for me. But
Okay. You're not Okie.
stop putting me in as Okie.
Okie and Anthony.
It keeps saying like OKIE is what it's trying to spell it.
Last time it's Doki.
Cassie?
24.
24. Shit. All right.
I rolled absolute garbo, and then on my 5th die, it was my wild die. I rolled a 6, and then it was like, oh. And then I rolled another 6. I'm like, oh. And then I rolled a 5. It's like, oh.
So you
Cool.
get to go tomorrow. Or no, yesterday. You went yesterday. Okay, so Cassie, you're up. What would you like to do? The smoke is basically filling up the hallway. The guards are kind of like they obviously they know something's up, so they start running towards the center of the hallway.
Okay.
Because they're dumb guards.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm. Fuck, I really want to do this. I know it's gonna cause commotion, but I ain't give no fucks anymore.
Oh, you had your one stealth moment, and then you're like, fuck it.
Look at
All moral
you made the stealth. Are we doing this?
We're doing this.
Are we okay?
All your weapons are stealth. I mean, all your firearms are stealth.
Yeah, they're all.
They have silencers on them. What do you want to do? I probably will allow it.
Okay, so what I'm imagining is we're situated with essentially like T-shaped hallways.
Yes.
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 Right. Julian rolled the smoke bomb down into the middle of said T.
Yep.
And the two guards are situated on the top, like the cross parts of the T on the opposite sides.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So essentially, that one is on your right coming towards you, and one is on your left coming towards you.
Okay.
So
All
what
right,
you're
so
saying
this
is
is-
you're surrounded.
So what I'm saying is I want to walk right in the middle of, like, right where the smoke bomb is.
Uh-huh.
And pull out my 2 pistols. And just shoot them both sideways.
Sure.
And just fucking but however, in true edgelord fashion, I am spinning around and shooting them, and I'm just like, die, except they're silencers, so I'm going die.
You're whispering it. I love it.
It's like more for
I
you than
am Reaper. I am Reaper, but also I'm in the Matrix.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 4 shots, right?
Yes. Yeah. Totally. So go for it. Actually, you know what? I will say.
Fuck it. Can I use my regular pistols? Because I get 3 shots per gun. It's 4D, but.
Well, I mean, they're. Yeah. If you want more shots, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. It's gonna take too long to roll that. I'm just gonna do regular guns. The big ones. The big guns.
Use the big guns.
It's just gonna take too long to roll that. Because it's freaking 6 rolls.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Okay.
Oh! 6 on the wild die.
Nice.
10, 14, 20. 22 on the first shot.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh dear. Actually, question. So if I roll a 1 on the wild die, it's only the 1 that counts, right? Not the thing that you roll after.
Yeah.
You don't add the second thing.
No.
It's just a 1. Okay. 16 to the second shot.
Okay.
23 third shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of the quick math. Sorry. This mic is so super sensitive that if I leave the mic, you can't hear anything.
It was great.
But if I get close,
It sounded like you were running back and forth across the mic.
You have a very natural Doppler.
My favorite movie.
Okay, sorry. And was that your last one?
No, there's one more.
Okay.
12,
These guards are long.
19 on the fourth shot.
19. Okay. So you made 3 hits, but because you couldn't really, with the smoke, you couldn't really aim. We're gonna do high low for all 3 of them each, and then just to determine whether or not you actually you're able to hit them properly.
Okay.
Okay. So first one, high or low.
Low.
Okay. Next one, high or low.
Low.
Okay. Next one.
High.
Perfect. You hit all 3.
Yeah! That's right.
Yeah. So basically, you hear from both ends as they are both hit. You can't tell what you actually hit, whether it was an appendage or their torso or something.
Hit.
But it's a hit nonetheless. And now they're about maybe 5 meters away. So that's your go, and it is now Julian's turn.
Can I actually take one extra action to keep running?
Running to where?
Wait, is it just that's the end of the hallway? There's nothing past the
there's
T?
cells,
it's
right?
It's a straight T?
There's cells, yeah. It's a straight.
Not a cross, it's a
no,
T.
it's a straight T. Yeah, it's not like it's an intersection kind of cross.
Never mind then.
Yep.
Moving on.
All right.
All right, so Julian, you're up.
Do I know if these guys are alive or not? They've just been shot.
Yeah, you can hear footsteps still. So you can hear breathing, so that you know that they're still up and mobile.
All right. Nerds.
He says, rolling for initiative.
I'm going to. So what's the visibility like now?
What's your perception at?
You roll a perception, and I'll tell you.
Okay. Well, actually, how many dice for perception? 3 dice.
Well,
Yeah.
Minus 1 dice.
Was that minus 1 dice? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we'll just take that. I guess drop that one, and then 6, 7, 8, 13.
Okay. Yeah. No, you can through the fog of smoke, you can actually see them coming towards you. So you know where they are, and one of them is kind of clutching his gut as he runs, hand out, pointing his gun in your general direction, and the other one is kind of holding his arm and is sort of pointing the gun in the same direction.
Well, I'm gonna finish off old gut wound here. I'm just gonna fire my machine pistol straight at him.
Old woundy.
Okay.
Always bleeding. I've been recently shot. Oh, old woundy.
Old woundy.
it's the old building wound.
Yes. I just got shot 3 times. Excuse.
So the way firearm rollings work is I roll to hit with my dexterity plus firearm skill, and then I roll damage with my dice on the.
No, I screwed up from the last time. It's actually it's essentially a contested roll. So I roll to dodge on my end, and you roll yours, and that'll determine
But is it just my weapon, or is it my firearm skill plus my weapon?
It's firearm skill plus your weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of dice. And then I need 2 more dice. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. 6 on the wild die. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 22, 25. Or sorry, 27.
All right, you just hit him, so
Yay.
just barely. But what were you aiming for?
I was aiming for just his my machine pistol just straight at him.
Oh, you were spraying bullets at him?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. So he basically is kind of he's knocked back by the barrage of bullets that's being sprayed at him, and he goes down. You're not sure if he's still alive, but he's definitely on the ground.
Probably not a threat anymore.
No. So that's all you want to do?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. Orie, here we go.
Is anyone alive?
One is on the ground.
shot in
There's
the arm.
one that's still that's shot in the arm that's coming towards you. He's about like maybe 3 meters away.
Coming towards me, eh?
Yeah. So you guys are in the dead center of the hallway.
That sounds
Bruh,
like
that sounds like overkill. Or
it sounds like a job. For
No,
a fire
don't
sword.
shoot the bazooka in close combat near the keymaker.
Okay, Mom. Jeez. All right. Fine. Always got a poo on my party.
You want to destroy the dungeon and you?
and your teammates.
I guess I'll
Party
use.
wipe.
I guess
all
I'll
Orie's fault.
use my static rifle.
No, you don't have it. That's only in the real world.
Oh. Okay, that was okay. Then I guess I'll use my machine pistol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Just go down the list until I find something I actually have. That I'm allowed to use.
Flames.
You can't use flamethrower.
R.I.P. Flame sword.
Yes.
Flame sword. Oh,
He died the
flamey.
way he lived, killing things.
Well, actually, you could still you technically will have your flamethrower, because that still can exist within the Matrix.
But that wasn't a Matrix thing. That was real world.
Yeah, but no, I mean they exist in the Matrix.
Right, but I didn't ask for one, so I can't like retcon the scene to have one.
No, but later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll to attack that guy with my machine pistol.
Yep.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oops.
no.
Oops. Oops.
Oh, I went
Well,
here.
it's a lot of sixes. I hope
It
that
is a
green
lot
one
of
was
sixes.
your wild die.
Let's say yes.
You need to decide before
I
you
know.
roll
I'm
that,
sorry.
Ori.
You know what? I'm not gonna count it then. So that is 10. Well, the 22.
22.
Yeah.
All right, you hit.
Cool.
So he's down.
Sweet.
Both of them are down, and they ain't moving.
Cool.
And they don't stop moving.
So essentially, yeah, they are prone on the ground. I don't. Let's just say, like, you won't know that they are dead unless you go closer inspection. But they are unconscious.
Okay.
So yeah.
I mean, there's only one way to be sure.
Bazooka.
Sure.
Yeah. Inspect.
All right, let's find the key. Let's find the key
Yeah,
maker.
let's just keep moving.
All right.
Hold us in here too long.
Okay.
Got to get us to Gozer or something.
So who has the highest mechanical skill?
I got 3D mechanical.
2.
Ori also has 3D.
Okay. Either you can pick the lock.
All right.
Whoever wants to do it.
I got dice in my hand, so
Sure. Go for it.
okay. That is 7.
7. Okay. So it takes you a little bit to unlock it. Basically, by the time that you unlock the door, the smoke is finally dissipated, and there's just 2 bodies like in the hallway. And you open the door, and you see inside like there are like a massive ton of keys hanging on the walls. Not as many. Like if you've seen the Matrix movie, or at least Matrix Reloaded, you know you've seen all the keys that he has in his room. It's not as many. Because obviously this is before the movie, so he's still working on quite a few keys. But he does have quite a bit in there, and he doesn't look surprised to see you, but he's not fazed by it. So it's okay. Now there's people in my cell that I don't know.
Are you the key maker?
I am he.
No, okay, I just want to frame this for a second here. We walk into a room, and there are fucking keys all over the place, and you walk in and you're like, are you the key maker? It's like, no shit!
He could be the key collector.
He's like
key
literally,
user?
yeah, you gotta think as well. He's literally holding a key and like to the machine that is literally
It's like
cutting the
grinding
key.
a key.
And also, like you know, a mob boss who goes by the butcher isn't necessarily cutting up meat, right? He just might be called the
I'm
butcher.
actually
Okay,
just
but you
assistant
know.
to the key maker.
Yeah.
He could be the
He's
assistant to the
assistant
key maker.
keymaker,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
All right.
He goes, I am he.
We need your help.
I will help as I am wont to do.
We need to access a very specific old version of the Matrix.
Ah, I have not seen that world in quite some time. Yes, that is possible, but a bit beyond my key-making abilities. If you had some sort of ability to attack firewalls, that could possibly... Like, he's kind of thinking in his head out loud how it could be done, and you realize that the keys that he normally would make is usually used for within the current version of the Matrix. Think of it like they are like in real world terms. It's as if he has all the passwords that he could ever use within the current version of the Matrix. But in order to be able to get into another server, he would need a special master password, and it's possible to make, but he might need some help, i.e., maybe a silver
I was
key.
Say, a silver bullet would be very, very...
and make it to a silver key?
So, yeah, I'm going to...
Okay, so I want you to roll your...
We can't just shoot him. That's this bullet shit out.
Well, you've worked with you've worked with the code enough that you know that with his help you can actually manipulate it enough. Because technically you're able to assemble anything you want within the Matrix, and so you're able to kind of use that code knowledge to create essentially a silver key.
All right, time to roll my computer programming, I guess.
Like you're calling your brother by his first name, and you're like showing genuine concern. Like,
You can't just shoot this old man who makes keys just because he can't help you. It's like completely missing the context of the scene.
oh
All
my
right.
god.
8 wild die. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Jeremy,
Like,
you can't just shoot him.
it's like, dude, what?
33 to help augment a key with the silver bullet technology.
Basically it takes a few minutes, but he's able to you kind of like manifest some code in front of you, and you can actually all of you can see the Matrix code as he's making a specific key. The code kind of floats around it, turning what was like normally gold, but it's actually turning a slight shade of silver. And eventually, when the final divots have been cut into the key, the key maker actually lifts up that key, and it's completely silver. It's shiny. It's brand new. And he goes, "This can get you in. Follow me." And so he grabs basically a ton of keys on a keychain and just kind of attaches it to him, and he walks out, and he closes the door to his cell and puts another key in and opens it up again. Instead of seeing the same cell that you were in, you see the hallway of doors. And he says, "Follow me," and he takes you through basically a bunch of different doorways. So once you end up in like on a rooftop above Mega City, and then one you see like you're in a sewer underneath like somewhere outside of the Mega City, and then you see one you actually open up into an ice cream shop, and he actually kind of walks you through the front door, and he kind of closes the front door and locks it and opens back up into the hallway again. And you want to take some ice cream with you? You can totally do that.
Have a cone.
Oh yeah.
You grab a cone on the way out, and as
Must follow me very quickly.
as you
Stop
walk
for ice cream. No. Like,
as you walk down the hallway, Orie actually like a drop of ice cream actually lands on the ground, and he kind of like the keymaker looks behind you, and he kind of looks down at the ground, looks at you, looks down at the ground, looks at you.
In this like pristine white hole.
Yes, yeah. And he's
like a little drip of like mint chocolate chip.
Yeah.
and it's like now there's like a moment of silence, and what do you say?
I just kind of like slowly lick the ice cream again.
And then
It's like you just like scene zooms out like somewhere the architect just like has like a twinge of like
he has like
annoyance.
Yeah,
like something feels off. He's like,
he doesn't know why, but he feels like wow.
He gets
it's
an ice
like
cream
it's like
headache.
it's like somewhere like walking in your hallway and your picture frame is like just slightly off.
Yeah. So then he finally like kind of walks forward again, and he takes you down to the end of the hallway, to this one door, and obviously you know that okay, if this is the one end, what could be down at the other end?
More ice cream?
No, never mind. Sorry, I was gonna make a thing that basically like this is not the same door that he uses in the second Reloaded to get into the architect.
Right.
That's
Sorry.
on the other end.
Right. Sorry.
So he takes the silver key, puts it into the tumbler, and kind of and he looks back at you guys, nods, and unlocks it, and all of a sudden, like a big bright flash of light envelops you to the point where all you see is just white. You don't even see, like if you put your hand to your face, you don't even see your hand. It's just that's how bright it is. And actually, let me look at my notes here. And then everything all of a sudden goes black. You it's just as dark as. Yes, Orie, I saw you waving your hand.
Just like try to see my hand again.
Yeah. You can't see or hear. Your senses are like as if it's off. You don't know, like you're not sure what's happening. And then slowly, your vision and other senses are coming too. Your smell comes back first. So you actually smell plant life. Like you smell like leaves and grass, and your hearing comes next, and you hear birds chirping and the rustle of leaves around you. Your sense of touch returns as you feel yourself lying on muddy, wet ground. Your clothes feel different on your body. You're finally your sight comes clear into focus, and you barely can see. You're lying on a forest road. And you realize you're the clothes that you're wearing, they're barely recognizable as they are old and ancient. You look off into the distance and see an old city as you hear townspeople milling about. Suddenly, a horse comes running down the road, barely missing you as it and its rider passes. You dodge out of the way off to the side of the road. You look around and you see on the side of the road a sign. It says, "Welcome to Waterdeep."
What?
The Matrix is going D&D, bitches.
Excuse me?
And that is how we're ending.
Excuse me?
my mouth has been a gap for several seconds. That's awesome.
What?
I cast magic missile.
So as you can tell, we are going. This is not the end of our Matrix campaign. The next time we come back into the Matrix, we're going Dungeons and Dragons, bitches.
That's like the most legit.
That's so cool.
Crossover.
crossover ever.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude.
Damn.
Bam.
You never knew what the fifth version of the Matrix is. Now you know. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
It's an older version of the Matrix, and like, it's like the Matrix is just an MMO, so it can be whatever they want. Yeah. Like they can write the rules of whatever that universe is.
Picture the architects. So why'd you scrap that one? It didn't test well with people who weren't nerds.
They didn't like all the dice rolling or all the stats and numbers.
His high school years of making the freaking Matrix, and it's like basically his D&D campaign. Now he's just like a button down, like it's just a city of corporate bullshit. Like he's so jaded.
Guys, this is amazing. Our current like things that we do transfer perfectly into actual D&D characters.
Yes.
I'm a rogue. You're probably some manner of fire mage.
Yes.
Hey, now your flame sword is a reality.
Yes. I cast fire on my
and essentially Julian is your wizard.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or sorcerer, whichever one he wants to decide to pick.
Yeah.
That's it for this adventure of the Matrix. Next time we come back to this world, we're going into D&D.
That's awesome.
Simpsons
I'm
are
so-
going to D&D land.
I'm so stoked now.
The Simpsons are going to Waterdeep.
We're gonna haul ass to Ravencroft.
Ravencroft.
Isn't
Ravencroft.
that a place?
Ravenloft.
Whatever.
Ravenloft, yeah.
Whatever. There's a vampire.
So as you can tell, like obviously this is the third episode in the adventure. I purposely kept it at that because I wanted to, because we are a little bit limited as far as our crew. We're missing obviously 2 people, and so but next time we're gonna make sure that we come back and we're gonna go into some D&D. I will say this is 5th edition. And we're gonna transfer. I'm gonna transfer the Matrix into our own custom D&D campaign.
That's awesome.
Is this the 5th edition of the Matrix?
Yes,
Oh,
that's why I chose it.
that's amazing. I'm excited for this.
Yeah,
I
so
want more of this.
We don't know. I don't know when we're gonna record that because as we're sitting right now, it's the end of July, so of 2016. So hopefully it will be soon. But I've had this idea since the last time we recorded.
That's amazing.
That the ending was going to be one of the versions of the Matrix was good. Like you guys are going to find the Matrix, the different versions, and one of them was going to be D&D.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
Yeah,
Steve,
yeah.
that's brilliant. I'm so excited for this.
All right, so for Terrible Warriors, we have been
Julian, the old building jump Spillane.
and
There is no Orie Falconer.
that's good. That's pretty clever. And
Cassie, ultimate edgelord Chui.
yes. All right, and I have been Steve Saylor, your GM. Let us know what you think of this adventure on Twitter @Dice Warriors or on Facebook.com/Terrible Warriors. Are you excited to see us go into this direction? Let me know, because as a storyteller, I kind of want to know if you guys like this too.
Let us know. You can reach us out via carrier pigeon.
Yeah.
Please allow one fortnight for delivery.
Yes. Okay, so that's it for us. Tune in next time. As always, we remain obediently yours. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
The Terrible Warriors comes out every Monday and Thursday. And on Thursday, we return to our Edmonton crew with a whole new campaign. And with the end of the Matrix, means that you can now head to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Terrible Warriors, and you can listen to the debrief as well as the complete campaign is available to our supporters as one downloadable file. And we're going to try and throw in whatever other things Steve was able to preserve from the campaign and post them up there on that page for you. Ghostbusters Now Hiring also has another episode to wrap up, and later this month we're returning to Ravenloft. The Road of Sorrows may have come to an end, but now our adventurers trapped within the mists of Ravenloft must come face to face with a new threat. Dead by Dawn's Light begins in 2 weeks. And after Ghostbusters, we have a new campaign, Dogs in the Vineyard. You can find our entire release schedule posted at terriblewarriors.com. And thank you for listening to The Matrix Extraction. I hope you enjoyed Steve's crazy idea. Obviously, it's not done yet. We'll be returning to this world sometime. And your Terrible Warriors have been Steve Saylor, Julian Spillane, Orie, Falconer, Cassie, Chui. Music by Kevin MacLeod. The album art by Steve Saylor. Audio production by Justin Eacock. You can now support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Terrible Warriors. Like, share, review us on iTunes. This show's going to be as big as you want it to be. And until we meet again, thank you for listening to the Terrible Warriors.